Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Go Pikachu. Specifically Pikachu this time, because now we're going to be catching all the exclusives that can only be found in Pikachu as opposed to the Eevee version that I've been playing the whole time. I am starting off in a kind of an awkward spot because I did an off-screen grind for a catch combo, specifically for a little tiny guy that you can probably see behind this blurred picture here. That's right, hopefully, with a little luck, I can catch this Scyther here. Kind of amazing that I didn't accidentally trigger the battle with it being that close, but yeah, I don't really want to mess with anything, so I'm just gonna Ultra Ball it, and yeah, this is my primary yellow, or not yellow, Pikachu file that I've had since the game came out. So I'm going to be using that file to catch all the exclusives. I'm just going to catch another one from there. So because this is my completed save file, there won't be like a Pokédex pop-up, but I'll read all the exclusives once I transfer them over to Eevee toward the end of the stream. But yeah, I'm just gonna not messing around, just Golden Raz Ultra Ball this thing. Waiting for the perfect moment. Excellent throw, Ultra Ball, Golden Raz, get in the ball. You little lady. Not messing around here. Phew! I saved the stream like an hour of footage just by doing the work off screen. So awesome. Now, something I do kind of want to note is that the dex entries between Pikachu and Eevee are different. So even if I were to like go back and look at the thing, let's just look at the 40 Rattata entry over here. Okay, I guess some entries will be the same, but typically when it comes to two-version Pokemon games, the dex entries will be different. Gosh, you know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever went over Eevee. But yeah, I would also like to note that on this save file, I also had the Pokeball Go Plus accessory, which did allow me to get Mew. And I did use that as like my main party member at the time, because it's like, oh cool, I got a here's what my Pikachu looks like. It was like, oh cool, I get to actually use Eevee on my team, and it was like an event, so I just kind of decided to go for that. Alright, so aside from Scyther, which had to be kind of the start, I'm gonna go backwards from our journey so far to catch all the exclusives. Now occasionally you might see trainers like this popping up. I would just kind of ignore them. I'll go after that later detail. But if we go in here, we can find the first exclusive. Pop up, please. Thank you. We got Grimer, whose counterpart is Coughing. So, whereas we couldn't get Grimer in Eevee, we could get Coughing. And in this game, we can't get Coughing, but we can get Grimer. Amazing. I'm gonna try to catch all these Pokemon at the latest point that you can get them, aside from like one later game area that we haven't been to yet in Eevee. But in this video, everywhere we're going, we've been to in the main profile. And here's the second exclusive, Muck. Don't try to spell its name backwards, you're just going to give everyone a headache. Catch that. Wiggle, 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 click. Now because... oh, it did not click. It just wiggle popped. Now because Grimer is exclusively in Pikachu, we're actually going to want to catch two more, because kind of like some of the Alolan variants in Eevee, there are exclusive Alolan variants over here. Like we had Vulpix as the exclusive for Eevee. Throw. And Vulpix had an Alolan form, so too does Muck, and one other Pokemon that we have later on coming up. So, rather Nautmuk. Grimer specifically, we're going to want to catch Nautmuk. You can kind of tell, like, this is definitely a late game file with everyone being level 100, no one gaining experience. It's also great. But there is... they just come right to me. We're barely 10 minutes in, and I already caught like 3 now. There is a couple of books I kind of forgot to read in here, so I'm going to go ahead and read them now. The text should be exactly the same as they were in Eevee, so I'll just go ahead and read the books now, as opposed to coming back in Eevee. And in those areas there are also items that could be helpful. That would just encourage exploring the game and grabbing TMs and all the fancy stuff. Alright, so that's one extra Grimer. Now we're gonna need one more. Laugh, that would have been it. And this one's a huge Grimer, so that's pretty cool. I didn't even get to read the books yet. Alright, so if we remember the books from the last stream, one of them said that on July 5th of some given year, they found a new Pokemon in the forest, or something like that. Let's see, I think we're gonna want to... Oh, I don't need a lure. We're gonna want to hit this switch, and that will open up the room down here. Here would be the second text of that. July 10th, we christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. Just kind of the Pokemon I just talked about a little bit ago. It's one of the more elusive Pokemon, one that you can't even like catch in this game if you really wanted to. In the original games you kind of could, but it's not intended. There's like a whole glitch about it. I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube if you look up Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Mew. And everything will be revealed there. February 6th, we obtained a new Pokemon from Mew. We have named this Pokemon Mewtwo. And then the last book that we read was about how Mewtwo had gone berserk several months later. So that's pretty much the full story. Some group of scientists found a Pokemon, they named it Mew. Mew offspringed a new Pokemon, which they called Mewtwo, which is kind of interesting because half the time it's just another Mew, but... and then that Pokemon became Berserk, and then at the end of that mansion that we went to, we saw that there was like an entire lab experiment gone wrong. So it kind of makes me wonder, Mewtwo was typically like the... depicted as a clone, but I kind of wonder if they wanted to rebrand it as a mutant that had a scientist was toying around with Mewtwo, playing around with its genetics, and more or less became a mutant rather than a clone, you know? I'm not entirely too sure, but that's kind of the theory behind it. Anyway, if we talk to this guy, this guy's looking for Katonia and Grimer, which we have now caught some extras of. And check the summary of these guys, see how their stats look. Holy cow! Okay, well, I think you're staying in the party. Defense and speed. That one's alright. That one's alright. Okay, well, I guess I'll be trading off these guys. It already comes at level 44, which is a pretty sweet deal because I think... if I were to look up Grimer's stats here, I think it evolves below that level? There's one, ta-da! Alright, let's go ahead and give him one more. There is a trade to this in Eevee that I admittedly forgot about. I'll cover that at the start of the next part. I kind of positioned myself right in front of the guy and saved the game, so there's no way I'd be forgetting. Yeah, let's go ahead and trade this one. Did it just boot me back onto the good one? No, I don't want to trade the good one. This one. Thank you. So yeah, just like my Grimer, Alolan Grimer will evolve as well. And yeah, they evolve at level 30A, so that's pretty neat that we got it actually above the level threshold. The evolution threshold. Do I even have rare candies in the save file? I know I got like 10 in the other one. Maybe I should save the evolutions for that game. I got 7. I actually got more rare candy in my secondary than this one. Oh, and for anybody curious on what that expensive crown looks like, I'll just go ahead and show it off here so I don't have to worry about grinding for it later. Hat, crown. So yeah, this is the thing that costs the money cap. Honestly, unless you really, really want it, I wouldn't bother. Now what was I wearing again? Oh yes, this one, little red hat. He's even got like a little shirt that makes him kind of look like a Raichu. That's like the closest I can get to actually evolving the critter. I like Pikachu better, in my opinion, than I do Eevee. Even though Eevee is like the objectively more broken Pokemon, I don't know. He's Pikachu. You can't go wrong with Pikachu. Anyway, if I were to follow my map. Oh, right. Okay, so I did mention in the post-game cave that there is a way to get more fossils. I'm not going to show that here, but I did get more fossils here. And that's because the fossils have a chance of spawning, and it could take, like, days to try to get all the ones I need. But when I looked at my inventory for Let's Go Pikachu, I found out I actually have all the fossils I would have needed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it now. And just port them all over. And again, just like with Grimer, I'm just gonna evolve it over there. So there's gonna be a few rare candy shenanigans going over there. Alright, so we got our spare Ammonite. And we talk to him again. This time we'll give him the Dome Fossil. And there's no way to trade items between the games, so this is kind of proof that you can have both fossils once you get to that post-game cave. Which is pretty nifty. Glad that you don't technically have to trade for the fossils, even though I kind of am. But you don't have to. That's the key thing. If you only have Eevee, you can still get both fossils. You'll just have to wait for the other one toward the end of the game. That's all. Which is definitely way more merciful than half of the other exclusives that we have here, like Scyther and Pinsir. I will never get over those. Why? Why did they have to make those 2 exclusives and 1%ers? I don't know. I'm glad I got Scyther out of the way. Thank goodness. In fact, I'm so glad I got it out of the way that I think I will save right now. Now, I kind of brain farted. Did I get both Kabuto? Okay. Yeah, you can even see that from my box how I had like this catch combo of Rattata. I probably have some amazing Rattata here toward the end, maybe even like a top percentage Rattata. But yeah, here's where we are from the video. Let's go. Alright, play with Pikachu, and we will fly to over here. Yeah, he could do just about anything the other Eevee could do. He's even got max stats like the other one does. Oh, pretty good Pikachu. Now if we go over here, we did see a lot of Bellsprout and Weeping Bell, especially me, after cutting like an hour footage waiting for Pinsir to show up. So the exclusive counterpart would be Oddish, which, just like with Bellsprout, you can catch as soon as Route 1. Which was started with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So, let's go ahead and catch this guy. Kind of funny how the exclusives in this game start, like, not only with a starter, but also in Route 1. Like, they really want to emphasize how different the games are between each other. If you see a shadow over there, that means like a Pokemon is high up in the sky. That is also technically a post-game thing, and I'm not going to cover in great detail what those are just yet. But yeah, we'll want to run around until we get Gloom. Any Gloom will do. Any Gloom. Any Gloom. Again, ignore that trainer. What if we go up here? What's going to be up here? I did not mean to run into you. Although that is a very good level to catch that Pidgeotto. Yeah, I've yet to catch the evolution of Pidgeotto, which I guess over here would be a good spot to catch it because it's at the level threshold of evolving. But there is a unique encounter that I kind of want to try to go for after everything's all said and done. If I could just get Gloom to pop up, that'd be wonderful. It's another Oddish, which I don't really need. Gloom's supposed to be kind of common, so I kind of would rather just get Gloom. Especially since I need 2 of them. And if this game did the cool thing where all the future evolutions were in the game, I would need 3. But it didn't do that, so I only need 2. Anything in here? Nope. This might be a way shorter stream than I'm thinking it might be. Just because I saved so much time finding that site there immediately. Let's see, anybody here? Angler, for real? Right now? Farfetch'd? Seriously? I'm trying to catch an objectively more common Pokemon here. What is going on? I swear, it's like the LP curse strikes again. You press record or you press go live and all of a sudden the rare Pokemon pop up when you don't want them to. Why is nothing in the grass? Why is everything in the air? My gosh. Maybe I'll just go back to the other route. Oh my goodness. See, I try to get there faster, and Rapidash is like going between no and yes. Typical. And I went the wrong way, of course. That's gonna look like I'm padding out for time. When really, I just forget the maze. I think that same Pidgeotto just spawned right back in. I never really know for sure because the only similarity is that it's a Pidgeotto and it's big. Wait, what? Did I just defeat the ledge? What? I can only defeat it from the side. There's a gloom. So now there's one of the differences on the male to female ones, because there's a lot. The female gloom had like one spot on each of the bulb on its head, versus the male one, if we can find one. The male ones are a bit more scattered spotted, so in a way, like the female's got the larger, more sparse spots. Then the males just have more scattered, smaller spots. Not sure which one I like better. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say no to the other gloom, so I'll just catch another female one, it's fine. Like, even in Eevee, we fought plenty of gloom, so I'm sure that probably was something that was noticed. Maybe even by me, and I just don't remember. Alright, that takes care of basically the bottom half of the map. I only got 8 more Pokemon to catch. It's actually kind of crazy. Go ahead and Sky Dash up to Saffron. We have to go through a building, so I guess Celadon's fine. Abra? Both Abra? I mean, Abra's not too particularly rare. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need this guy. I was about to run away from a Pokemon I was looking for. It found me this time. Wiggle, 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 click. Awesome. And because we already got Arcanine and Eevee through that one special trainer, we don't need another, so that's nice. We just need one of these guys. You know, I think one reason why I keep hitting party when I mean to play is because I grew up with Pokemon ever since late Gen 2, early Gen 3. And the ability to teleport anywhere on the map was through Pokemon in your party being able to fly. That's probably why I keep picking the party instead of Pikachu. Granted, I don't have this problem with a lot of games. I think it's the fact that I have to open the menu first is why I keep, like, misremembering and misclicking. Yeah, because this save file is completed, that's why that guy's not in front of the door. Normally we can't do that just yet. Can you play Switch 1 games on Switch 2? Maybe. Yeah, that's actually what I am planning on, is on Switch 2. Some games will perform better, like with load times, and some games will perform a lot better, like if you're playing Scarlet and Violet. Alright, there's another one of those exclusive Pokemon you'll need to get. Yeah, I think the specific Switch 1 games that can't be played on Switch 2, I think that list is extremely short, and they're still kind of working on updates to those games to make them compatible. So for the most part, yeah, you could play more or less any Switch 1 games on Switch 2. That's one Sandshrew, there's another. Sandshrew at latest can only be found here, so I kind of have to catch both of them here. Click. Alright, that's both sand shrews. I will need to get 2 more, though, because it too has an Alolan form. Really like this Alolan form. I can't wait to show it. Guess Rapidash is a little unnecessary. There's another sand shrew. Great. Alright, cool. I got a catch combo of 3 going on, even though I don't really need a catch combo for these guys. There's another Rattata, so surely there'll be 40 more. Don't need Spearows, I don't need Fearows, and I don't need the rat. Need either one more Sandshrew or one more other Pikachu exclusive. That I completely forgot was an exclusive until I was looking everything up. This one's a huge Sandshrew. Thought I waited long enough for that one, but I guess I was wrong. Boom, 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 pop. Wiggle, 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 pop. Oh no, this was just gonna be a toughie. Weak. Alright, so that's every Sandshrew we could possibly need. Can I get the other guy now? No, not that guy. Come on. Beginning to wonder if Cerebi and Bulbapedia have collectively lied to me. I didn't think it would be a rare Pokemon, but apparently it is. That sucks because I need 2. That's another Sandshrew. I am in the right spot, right? Okay, I'm gonna spoil what it is. It's Mankey. I'm just very curious now if I'm even looking in the right spot. I am! Alright. Alright. Okay, I believe you. And that might be one thing hindering this search is now that I'm in the post-game stuff and the air is just always spawning, so now I have to deal with less spawns on the ground. There's one of them, finally. Wiggle, 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 pop. Okay, genuinely how? Genuinely how? There we go. Kinda wish some manufacturer made like a dinky little normal-ish controller that just acted like a Joy-Con specifically for the sake of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I think that would have been fine. But to my knowledge, no one's made that kind of a controller yet, so I'm just playing with the TV remote, effectively. Oh, get over here, Mickey! Pokeball remote, that controller is terrible. It's just a ball with a joystick and a button on top. The only good thing about it is that you get one Mew from one ball, and that's it. No amount of resetting that ball will ever get that Mew back. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was, but it's not a good controller. Alright, let's see, we caught both Mankeys, right? 1, 2. And we got 4 Sandshrews. Alright, let's go ahead and take one more little detour over to Celadon. And instead of the Vulpix being the trade... Oh. That's not the guy. Like, that guy was actually the move tutor guy, this time for Pikachu. I think I actually have every one of its moves on it. Okay, yeah. Floaty Fall, Splishy Splash, and Zippy Zap. Those are the little exclusive moves that Pikachu could learn. Not nearly as much as Eevee, but I mean, Eevee's kind of special. Is it you? Nothing you. No fortune. Was it you? Okay, finally, there you are. Alright, so let's go ahead and trade one, not one, 2 Sandshrew. Let's see, best in speed, everything else is... ah, crap. Okay, so I'll trade the second one. And the last one. Yeah, here's what the Sandshrew looks like. I kind of like it, because you can see like the original Sandshrew is kind of like sandy bricks. Kind of like maybe something akin to like pyramids or just really old buildings. And then here is a Alolan Sandshrew. Look at it! It's like a little igloo! I love him! Alright, let's trade one more. Let's see, I think you're the one with the worst stats overall. I know I'm just kind of gypping these kids out of their really good Sandshrews by just giving them bad ones, but they're just bots in the game, it's fine. I think it's the same name too as the one in Eevee, where it's got the pun of ice. I didn't even pay attention to what names the primers had. Nikolais gave Sandshrew. Alright, I think that literally is every exclusive in the game. How long have I been running? Only 30 minutes? Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to just drop all these Pokemon that I just caught in home and then just put them in Eevee. But yeah, it's just this amount of Pokemon, roughly 18? I mean, these guys technically aren't exclusive. But even when counting the Alolan forms, yeah, that's literally everybody. Go ahead and save the game. Yeah, adventure began November 16th, 2018. Yeah, you could definitely tell that this is basically the game coming out profile. Alright, let's go to Pokemon Home now that we've saved the game. Even Pokemon Home has a Switch 2 improvement. Like, when you're going from, like, boxes to boxes, sometimes the game can kind of hang a little bit. And there's still a teeny bit of that in certain circumstances, but overall, Pokemon Home performs better on Switch 2 still. Alright, let's go ahead and look at Let's Go Pikachu. Oh wow, there's all my shiny Pokemon I got from Scarlet and Violet, including this event one right here. But that's not the main focus right now. What we want to do is drag everything from Scyther on down. So let's go ahead and go to an open box. Oh, I just realized I'm on the single controller, so I can't even switch from boxes to boxes. That's alright though. We'll can I still do this? Alright, sweet. Just take all these, throw them here. Take all these, throw them here. And if you can see on the lower left corner, they have like the little Pikachu symbol right next to where it says English. The kind of goal is to get like all the 150 Pokemon in with that symbol specifically. If you do that, there will be a reward at the end of it all. But I believe that's all we needed to carry over. We don't need to carry over any of the Rattata. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead and save. Then I'll bring over one extra little special Pokemon that you can't get anymore unless you get really lucky with the Pokeball. It's gonna be the Let's Go Origin Mew that I have in my living decks over here. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, I may have to circle around to grab, but let's go ahead and go toward the end of the box. Take all these guys. Drop them off over here, and then go and grab my living Dex Mew and drop it off, since there's no other Mew, I think, that I can even drop them off in. Yep, this is the guy. This is the one I got from my personal little Pokeball Plus. And because I never put it in a future game, I can still drop it in this game. Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee have a strange limitation on how it handles Pokemon from home. So basically, if you caught it within Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee or within Go, which then was transferred into Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you can then take it out and, you know, play with it in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. However, if you take those Pokemon and put them in something like Pokemon Scarlet, they will never go back to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's such a strange limitation. I guess it's has something to do with the stats, I guess, but I don't know. To me, that's just kind of evil. Like, technically, like the Mew I would have if I put it in Scarlet, it can never go back to Kanto. That's strange. Yeah, aside from the Pokeball, like, the only way to get that Mew would be through Pokemon Go, so if you ever wanted to transfer your one Mew from Pokemon Go, I would recommend transferring it to Let's Go first. That way, you can at least get the entry for it in that game. That could be the case, if you were to teach them moves in Let's Go, but those... Oh, you mean like if you taught them a move from like Sword and Shield, and then bring him over to Let's Go. I guess that could be the case, because I don't know if there's anything stopping that would have otherwise stopped the Pokemon from coming over. I guess that could be one other factor. But let's see. I'm not going to talk to you, but instead I'm going to go to my party. Yeah, all the Pokemon are now over here, including the little Mew that I brought over temporarily. This guy's not going to stick around in this game. I'll just put him right back in my living dex, but at least this way, the Pokedex entry will be there. But yeah, let's go ahead and take one of these two Sandshrews here. I think they have similar stats. I think they're always guaranteed 2 best IVs. And the rest I think are randomized, but this one looks like the better option to place in the party. We'll do that. Who else needs to evolve via stone? You. Oh, it's terrible. Alright, you're gonna get the stone. Yeah, maybe. I know if you were to take a move from any other game and put it into Sword, it would just say like you can't select this move if it can't, like, if the move didn't exist in that game. And then from either Legends or Scarlet onward, if you were to bring a Pokemon from another game into Scarlet, it would just change its moveset completely. And you would either have to teach it them again in Scarlet and Violet, or just select the moves from Pokemon Home. Selecting moves from Pokemon Home's not too bad. Let's see, both of you will get the rare candy. Or one of you, rather. Probably this 3IV one. Then one of you will get the rare candy. Guess this one with the overall amazing stats will take it. You don't need to evolve. One of these Sandshrew would need to evolve. And these ones might take a little bit because they're kind of low level. And yeah, I kind of named my main playthrough party team. Go over those in a little bit. You're both okay, so I'm just gonna go with the higher level. Let's see, now if we go to the power-up pocket, we'll use the Ice Stone on Sandshrew. And that will transform this little baby igloo into Sonic the Hedgehog. It's pretty chill. Alright. This is Sandslash's form after adaptation to its frigid environment. The cold air emitted by its body sharpens its icy spikes. I think the only reason why I got the Pokedex entry for that is because I never got the entry for Sandslash to begin with. Same will be said about this Gloom here, except Gloom is normally in the hangar. And there's Gloom to Vileplume. Flaps its broad flower petals to scatter its poison pollen. The flapping sound is also very loud. Alright, now if we go out of there, go to the candy jar. We're gonna rare candy only these two. the Grimer. Congratulations, your Grimer evolved into Muck. We didn't even get the Dex entry because we already had the Muck just kind of thrown in the game. But I'll read those in a little bit. Kabuto's evolving. There's a great little Kabutops there. They friends. A slim and fast swimmer. It sliced its prey with its sharp sickles and drained the body fluids. Wow. And just like that, Kabutops wants to learn Slash. I guess you have a solid moveset. Rock Throw's kind of a bad move, so I guess I'll just get rid of that one. Alright, and the rest I will probably just catch high-level Pokemon to just try to evolve it that way. Yeah, let's go and read the Pokedex entries of all those exclusives, shall we? Let's see, starting with Sandshrew. Its ice-covered body let it slide across the ground with bullet-like speed, sending its enemies flying when it hits them. That's neat. Its body is dry when it gets cold at night. Its hide is said to become coated with a fine dew. And wouldn't that hurt it because it's a ground type? Maybe just a little splash of water is probably fine. Alright, everybody saw that. It is skilled at slashing enemies with its claws. If broken, they start to grow back in a day. Now, it's kind of interesting, because even though we don't have this exact form of Sandslash, because we have the Alolan form, this has a Dex entry, which I think is kind of interesting. Because I don't know if the same could be said about Meowth. Now we can only see the Cantonian one. That's kind of interesting. Oddish! It may be mistaken for a clump of weeds. If you try to yank it out of the ground, it shrieks horribly. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of that one scene from a Harry Potter movie. I can't even remember which one. Where, like, I think it was the teacher just yanked this plant and it just goes, ah! Oh my goodness. It smells incredibly foul. However, around 1 out of 1,000 people will enjoy sniffing its nose-bending stink. Freaky. Flaps its broad flower petals to scatter. Oh, we already read that one. What's the next one? Minky, technically, because we can't do Primate. An agile Pokemon that lives in trees. It angers easily and will not hesitate to attack anything. Can't do Primate yet. Growlithe, a Pokemon with a friendly nature. However, it will bark fiercely at anything invading its territory. Or run up to you like a little puppy. Alright, Grimer. Made of concealed sludge, it smells too putrid to touch. Even weeds won't grow in its path. And then here's Muck. Smells so awful it can cause fainting. Through degeneration of its nose, it's lost its sense of smell. So many S's in that last part of the sentence there. Alright, here's the Alolan forms. It has passion for trash above all else, speedily digesting and creating brilliant crystals of sparkling poison. Then here's the Alolan form that we'll get very soon. Muck's coloration, or actually we already got it. Muck's coloration becomes increasingly vivid the more it feasts on its favorite dish, trash. Let's go ahead and move those back to Antonia since this is the Kanto Pokédex. What else have we gotten? Scyther. Leaps out of tall grass and slices prey with scythes. The movement looks like that of a ninja. Amazing. And I think last one to read would be Kabuto. A Pokemon that has recovered from a fossil. It used the eyes on its back while hiding on the seafloor. Alright, that's pretty intense. Yeah, let's go ahead and put some other Pokemon back in the party. So this is... I gave the nicknames to everybody. This is Frogger, who's supposed to be based on a frog, but I know a lot of people would mistake it for like an ancient dinosaur or something. But I do want to note that if you were to add it to party and let it run behind you, it literally just hops everywhere. So, I mean, clearly it's like a plant frog thing. What else do we got? We got Mustang, who I explicitly named after the Full Metal Alchemist character Roy Mustang, who's kind of known for igniting fire from his gloves. So that's pretty hype. This is Tank, who is basically just a literal tank, including the cannons on its back. Raichu, because I can't nickname a traded Pokemon, so it's stuck named as Raichu, unless I were to do some unofficial modding methods, which I actually don't have a Switch that's modded, so I can't do that anyway. This is Bulldozer, who, after I've given enough speed candy to, can finally hold up to Pokemon. And then, of course, Pika, named after my little dog and beloved pug. But yeah, those are the nicknames that I gave my team. Let's go ahead and put back in, I guess, the starter trio. And, I mean, Raichu's behind in levels, but it catches up very quick, so I guess I'll just put in Bulldozer because it gains experience terribly slow, but, then throw Raichu, or Sandshrew, and Mankey in the front. And I guess we'll catch some high-level Pokemon while we're down here. And I did fight all of these trainers off screen, so I got their money, got their Pokeballs and such. And specifically, if you see any Pokemon that are like super tiny or super big, they give out the most experience, which is only exponential if you find a Chansey that's like that. So if you see Pokemon with that little blue or red aura and you're trying to go for experience, those are the ones I highly recommend going after. I mean, look at that. Although I still don't get why I have to see every single level text box one at a time. It'd just be a, hey, they grew to this final level. Also, they want to learn like 5 moves. No karate chop for you. Frogger gained a level as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, any other super big, super bulky Pokemon? Any shrimps of the land, so to speak? Oh, and I should also mention that also off stream, I went and got the Squirtle line from Seafoam Islands. I just started a catch combo, and after a catch combo of 11, the rare spawn has a 50% chance of spawning. So that's more or less just what I did. So yeah, there's the other tool. It's also kind of wild because as I was coming back to the cave, like, Lapras were just spawning, like, non-stop on the way over. But yeah, catch combo carries from area to area. You don't have to stay in the area for your catch combo. Pokemon could just start spawning anytime, that'd be great. This one tentacle is kind of all I see. Where is everybody? And you got no big size too. You know what? I guess I can go to Pokemon Mansion here. At least I love the Pokemon here. Also, since there's no real plot relevance to this route in particular, I also knocked out every trainer there. They have the kind of the same spawns as the route right after Fuchsia. But there's almost nothing new to catch over there. There's a large coughing. I'm gonna go for that. You also get a little experience bonus if you manage to get like nice, great, or excellent. I guess one other feature that I kind of neglected to mention this entire time that I will probably take advantage of when I get to the next legendary Pokemon is how there is a 2-player function in this game. People moves. And that is also a factor in all the experience you can get. So, if I were to take my other Joy-Con off the Switch, shake it around a little bit, another player just kind of pops up. They just kind of wear the same costume you do. It's always going to be the opposite gender. I can have them run independently of their main trainer, and if you were to run into a Pokemon, they just do a hop. Rattata, really? Alright, you know what, fine. But the main thing is that when you have two people, you have 2 Pokeballs on the side that you can use to help catch your one Pokemon. I think it'll just take the appearance of whichever one is stronger. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder which appearance would take if I used a Premier Ball. But what you can do is, if you have like the Joy-Con grip, you can put them both in the grip, use the shoulder buttons to hit and get ready, and then if you just flip the entire grip up, with better timing, they would combine into one Pokeball. And not only would you get more experience, but it would also have a higher chance of catch. Now, I know Rattata is not a very great indicator of this working, but it is supposed to be a better chance of catching just in general. And I guess that's what I could have done with the Melmetal, but oh well. Let's see, keep up moves. Even Tank grew another level, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you're still more or less using the main Joy-Con of your player 1 character to move around, because player 2 kind of doesn't really have a say. Like, if you go far enough away, the game kind of stops you just to teleport that character over. Oh, it barely jumped out of the way. I would have gotten a great if it wasn't for that. Yeah, doing this will consume 2 Pokeballs, so I'm not quite sure if that would exactly equal to ×2 capture. I imagine it does. That's kind of the main reason why I got so many Pokeballs. Because, you know, to keep up with the color scheme, I kind of want to catch the next legendary Pokemon in a Pokeball. And as you can imagine, that would be extremely difficult. So this is probably going to be my strat for when that time comes. See, it's already working great with Magmar over here. Alright, come on, buddy. There we go. I think you also get bonus items too for when you do the double trainer thing, I think. Not entirely too sure. Now, when do these two evolve again? I want to say it's in like the high 20s. And Shrew. Big rat. Little big rat. Another thing that would influence experience points, which is actually not something I'm practicing here, is if you do like a long catch combo, you have a increased experience after a while as well. Let's see, Sandshrew evolves at level 22. Alright, and then what about Mankey? Mankey is level 28. Okay. Sandshrew almost there. Mankey's still got a little bit to go. Bulldozer's got a decent level up as well. I almost nicknamed him Bulldozer. In reference to King of the Hill as well, because I just love that dumb nickname that Bill has in that show. A bulldozer! I think using the other trainer, you can also kind of stall the other Pokemon, so if you find a shiny or otherwise a Pokemon you don't want to let go, you can just kind of do this to stop them in their tracks. I'm not sure how soon they would disappear though if you were to like stop. Okay, pretty quick. So if you happen to be in 2-player mode, because I'd imagine you don't want to run and grab your second controller while a shiny's on screen. If you happen to already be doing the 2-player thing, that is one thing you can do, I guess. I heard a Ditto. Oh, and it's a big Ditto. Now, my memory is not that amazing of what happened immediately at the end of last stream, but I'm pretty sure Ditto was a lot harder to catch than that. Sandshew's definitely going to evolve here now. Mankey's still got a couple levels to go. About 5. Alright, there's that. I didn't even know that Ditto popped up over here. Like, I thought Ditto just only appeared toward the bottom floor, so it's kind of a surprise that I just found one right here. Did I just trip over another? Oh, nope, this one's a rat. Any other big or small Pokemon? I just need some experience is all. Yeah, Ditto and I think another Pokemon, Zorua, actually does do that in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like, you wouldn't know if you're looking at Ditto unless you, like, focused on it. So they do kind of actually do that in Scarlet and Violet. And the scary part is that it could be shiny and you wouldn't even know because it just looks like any other Pokemon. So I'm kind of glad I get to just see Pink Sludge here. Hey, look at him, he's just hopping. Hop, hop, hop. I can also imagine if they did kind of do that in this game, I would hope that like you would only know it's a Ditto if it's like right at the beginning of battle instead of after catching it. Because even though after catching it would be true to go, I would also not want to like, oh yeah, I really wanted this Weezing. Oh dang it, it became a Ditto. Oh man. I'm sure that's happened quite a few times in Pokemon Go specifically. Oh yes, I was finally looking for Skiddo! Yes! What? Give it the Ditto face. Oh, that one poor Ditto from the anime. That thing's supposed to be unique and that was the only one that did the Ditto face. Now everyone just kind of associated with it. Oh, the Ditto face. I would love to see that too. Double Edge is fine because it's basically recoil, and I don't like recoil. Right, any other biggie smalls? Oh, that actually is one of them. Alright, it's getting a lot of experience, so where are we at now? Half of a level until Mankey gets to evolve, yippee. Can't believe the main starter trio is already level 58. I haven't even gotten to the 8th gym yet. Let's go and switch out Tank for Pika and I guess Raichu for one of the other starters. I guess I'll just remove you from the party. I don't want to be terribly overleveled as already overleveled as I am. I didn't coughing with the Ditto face. And then how would it work with Weezing? Would it just be like the main face that has the Ditto face, or would both of them just be the Ditto face? I feel like that's a Reddit question somewhere. I guess same with Doduo, with the God, how would a Ditto face work on a Magneton? It would just be like a single dot for its eye. Big rat. Big little rat. Really, Mankey? Really? Okay, I'm just gonna catch whatever I'm looking at right now. Get over here. And if I could just beat up a wild Route 1 Pokemon, I would, because Mankey's already just that close to evolving. Leak. Slash wants to protect. I shall deny it, and then make it good level 28. Meaning it gets to evolve now. Really short stream, an hour and 15, and I already pretty much got everybody. A little bit less after I cut out the intro for the video. Alright, Primus Ditto will be added to the Pokedex. It stops being angry only when nobody else is around. To view this moment, it's very difficult. a primate with pure bliss, but only when no one's around. It's kind of like that if a tree gets knocked down and no one's there to hear it kind of thing, except with the Pokemon. If a primate's happy, but no one is ever there to see it, is it ever really happy? Primate wants to learn rage. No, I'm not feeding into your stereotype. You be happy. Alright, so as far as how many I'm missing out of 153, now that I have Melton and Melmetal and Mew, which I actually forgot to look at the Pokédex entry for. I have, let's see, 5, 10, that makes 15, plus 3, 18 more. So that'll be Pidgeot, which I'll find later. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, which I have a plan for. Alakazam is a trade. Machoke, I have a plan. Machamp is a trade. Golem is a trade. Gengar is a trade. And somehow I haven't seen Gengar yet. Wow. Hitmonlee I have a plan for. Execute and Executor I have a plan for. Lickitung is annoying. If we go to check habitat, even right now with where we're at in the game, it only highlights Cerulean City as the place where you can catch it. But with that cave blocked off right now, you actually can't catch it pre-game, so it's kind of wild that you can't even have Lickitung as a main part of your party until after the game is almost done. Tangela, which is actually kind of available right now. That'll be the third legendary. Dratini. Dragonair, which is also kind of available right now, albeit rare. Dragonite, which is also technically available right now, but has a lot of work. That'll be another legendary Pokemon. Then here's the entry that I forgot to read from you. When viewed through a microscope, this Pokemon's short, fine, delicate hair can be seen. Shoot, that's kind of all I intended for the stream to be, but with only an hour, I guess we could take on the last gym and maybe call it the video. Let me just shoo away the other trainer. Here's what happens when you like when you shake the other Joy-Con while the other trainer's active. I must go. My people need me. That is kind of one interesting thing, which I guess I kind of can't show off anymore now that I've pretty basically fought every trainer. Is that if you were to do that with the battle going on, you would actually make the fight an extremely unfair 2v1. So if you're just having a problem with, let's say, Blair's Rapidash or something, just break out that other trainer and just have them gang up on the Rapidash. Alright, let me grab my other map here. I do love this music, it's very calming. Copy. I will put it in here. There we go. Alright, have a good one. Do I have a Marapla? I don't even know what that one is. But right now I am playing Let's Go Eevee, so I can't even run around and grab a Grimer if I want to. But I will grab is this Tangela that I never caught before. And now it's kind of awkward because now I'm just playing the game with one Joy-Con in the grip, and I'm still playing around with the grip. Maybe I'll just take that off. Oh, that's a German name? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I never really knew the German name of most of the Pokemon. But once again, I'm playing despite the category name, I'm playing the Eevee version, so I can't really get Oddish and Grimer freely at this moment. Oh no. This Tanglelet's getting angry. Oh, man. Oh, I think it's about to run. Oh yeah, it did. This guy should be fairly common in this one little patch of grass, though. I think this is also the home place of Mr. Mime in a different game. I don't remember if it was just yellow or if it was also red and blue. Okay, what if I used a matching ball because the sky's blue and this ball is blue? Got a little red, this ball's got a little red. It's like a match. No? Okay. For a bundle of vines, this thing jumps pretty far. Alright, cool. Caught Tangela. Oh, I guess I don't need Primeape in the party anymore now that I'm looking at it. Its identity is obscured by masses of thick blue vines. The vines are said to never stop growing. So, have we never seen the real Tangela before? Since its face is always obscured. The mysteries of Pokemon never stop. Well, I guess since we're doing more of the extra stuff, I guess we'll throw on this Dratini that's about to evolve in the party as well. Was there another one? Oh, I didn't mean to get out of the box. I think that was all I needed to level up. I'll have some cleaning up to do at some point after the stream in terms of boxes, but let's see, what's your experience at? Progress far along, so I'll throw in Mustang. Place a Primeape and then Blastoise. We'll take the last slot. There we go. Alright, so with everything with Cinnabar behind us... Oh, actually, I take that back. There is one more thing we could do, and I completely forgot to go over it. Never mind, there's one more thing to do. We'll come back home at some point, just not right now. So in the same place where you could get an Alolan Grimer, you talk to this dude, and he will give you a Dark-type Meowth instead. Now I think this one is my best one, so I will give him the other tool. Yeah. Now this Meowth is a little bit on the annoying side to level up, because I believe it's through friendship. And typically it'd be friendship at night, but I don't think time is a factor in this game. Dark-type Meowth are pretty cute, yeah. Well, we do one more for the evolution. Let's see. Keeping in your party, engaging with the battles, giving berries. EXP candy's not in this game. Yeah, this is why I don't like using AI in the Google search. Let's see. Oh, okay, so is it just go to level 28 and that's it? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I'll just give it one rare candy then. I guess that should take care of it, right? I think. I got a couple rare candies. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's see, where are you at? There you are. Which one's better? Two bests and one not so good. But it's great overall? Okay, well... I guess I'll make this one the Persian then. Let's just go ahead and put it in Mustang because it's not gonna be in there for very long. If what they say on Reddit is true, because Reddit sometimes could just say stuff and not mean it. But let's see. If Meowth here doesn't take friendship to evolve, this one rare candy will do the trick. Awesome. Reddit was right. Yippee. Because yeah, normally this Pokemon would evolve by friendship at night. So I guess in any other game but Let's Go, you'd have to increase its friendship by either making it participate in battles and winning a lot, or giving it like haircuts or something. There's lots of different ways to increase friendship, but it's just level up in this game, which is nice. And because you get it at such a high level, yeah, just one level and you did, and it's good. Now this design of Persian, I think, I find it just hilarious. It just looks like skinny Garfield. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and put Mustang back in the party. As for the Pokédex of those two, there'll only be one more Alolan form to worry about having to go back and look at the Pokédex for. But let's see, for Meowth. Highly intelligent and prideful, it's famously difficult to handle, but that's also a reason for its popularity. And then for the Alolan Persian, it has the classiest coat. The rippling of its fur in the heat of battle, it has a beauty all on its own. Hey, sweet. Now that we're completely done with Cinnabar this time, for reals, no fossils, no going back to read books, no gym. Maybe buy balls, I guess. I mean, I don't really need to, but I guess I will. I can max out on the Pokeballs and not be broke, which is actually kind of funny. I'll just do 100 and get 10 Premier Balls while I'm at it. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and fly on over to the last city that Kong told us might be the last place for the gym leader, which is Viridian City. Let's see, it should be up here. Huh? Why is the door locked? Open sesame! Yeah, I guess this isn't gonna work. Man. Hey, Devin. Sheesh. Say something if you're just standing there. Watching me act all embarrassing like that. Well, never mind that. See how many gym badges you got these days? 7? Looks like we're even. I thought we showed him our badges last time. Huh. Although the stuff now is this gym. Same for you, right? But this place is never open. Guess we gotta tell someone that we haven't been able to get into the gym. But who should we talk to? Professor Pika. That old man there. You know what? Yeah, let's tell Pika. Makes sense. If I can understand anything you said, this is getting us nowhere. Wait, could I just pick Pika again? Okay, I guess that's just a loop. Can we tell Professor Oak, maybe? See if he knows anything. I guess that is the correct way. Oops. If I'd known that, I would have picked the old man. Oh, if it isn't Devin and Kong. The two of you are looking a lot more grown up than the last time I saw you. And you have impeccable timing as usual. Let me introduce you. This is my grandson. What was his name now? Gramps, no one ever laughs at that joke. Would you give it a break? Besides, we have already met. My own grandson? You're no fun. Yeah, sure, Gramps. More important than that, though. Devin, Kong, you two did awesome. Huh? Team Rocket. Never thought that their boss would actually be holed up there at Silph Co, and the two of you managed to take him down. No, it wasn't me. Devin beat Giovanni all by himself. All I did was help out a bit. So what? You and your Pokemon did your best too, right, Kong? So I've got a little something for you two, as a reward for your hard work. Ooh, we got a Keystone from Blue. What does that do? Isn't that a Keystone? A stone that can trigger an evolution that transcends all evolutions. Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution? What's that? You'll find out when Pokemon Legends ZA comes out October. No free advertisement there, I guess. If you have both a Keystone and the right Mega Stone, you can make a Pokemon Mega Evolve in battle. Just one time per battle, though. Your Pokemon will get all powered up to battle hard for you. Mega Evolution is proof that a strong bond between a Pokemon and its trainer. A brief poem, if I may. When two stones are held, when two hearts become as one, we Mega Evolve. The two of you should be able to use these as well. These are Mega Stones. And just like that, we got the Mega Stones for all of the starters, including 2 for Charizard. You're going to take on the Pokemon League, aren't you? Give these a try when you do. So, interestingly, in the other games with Mega Evolution in them, X, Y, Mega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Sun, Ultra Moon, and I'm presuming Legends EA, these Pokemon would have to hold their respective Mega Stones, unlike this game. In this game, if you have them in the party, or in their, if you have them in your inventory, they can just Mega Evolve. But we will talk about that when we get into a battle. What? Viridian's gym's... Wow. Viridian City's gym leader is never at the gym? Huh, that's odd. Maybe I'll go take a look myself. You two are so close to the Pokemon League now. Just one last push! Mega Evolution. Man, if Team Rocket had used a thing like that, they would have been in an even bigger pain. Well, especially with the Pokemon Giovanni had. Oh god. Boy! What did you find, little fella? Oh, pity's an Eevee! You wanna know what I'm doing? I'm picking flowers. I'm going to make a bouquet for someone very important. But it's a secret. You won't tell anyone, right, Devin? Oh, that's right. Viridian City gym leader came back to the gym at last. That's what people are saying. You should head off to Viridian City. So what, did we miss him by like 5 minutes? It's like we go there, turn around because he ain't there, and right as we're walking back, here he comes with his jingling keys coming out of his pocket. Let's see, did something happen here? Pika looks cool and refreshed. Alright. And there I go, going into the party again when I intend to fly. Let's see, secret techniques, sky dash, go up to Viridian, blah blah blah. Now I think, yeah, they did change the map a little bit. Because in the original game, you had to kind of go around the building for the gym, but in this game, that is the back of the city. Alright, with the gym leader returned, we can actually go in now. Got a little back room, I guess. Even I don't know who the Viridian City's gym leader is. Didn't he have to go by you? One thing's certain, you're qualified to challenge the gym leader because now you have all 7 badges. This gym leader will be stronger than any of the other trainers you faced. Also, I heard the trainers here are users of ground-type Pokemon, which will make Venusaur and Blastoise especially helpful. Well, there's actually an item over there, which isn't normal for a gym. Let's see. And yeah, just like any other gym, I believe the trainers here are all missable, so I intend to fight them all. Maybe not with Dratini as a lead, but yeah, let's go ahead and show off Mega Evolution. Using this guy. Alright, he sends out Nidorino, we send out a Blastoise. How much higher him in level am I? Like 10? Oh my goodness. Now if we go to fight, for the Pokemon that are able to do it, and if you have the appropriate Mega Stone for it, you now have a Mega Evolution option. So if you select that, pick a move, like Scald. The Pokemon will Mega Evolve into a whole different form. So now he's even more like a tank with the one giant cannon on the back. Magic grew to level 56. Awesome. I don't really want to test this against a Rhyhorn, but now if I were to go to Charizard, the fight menu would look just like any other. Because you can only have one Mega Evolution per battle. And even if this Blastoise were to faint here, if you were to revive him, I don't believe he'd be in Mega form. In most games where evolution is possible, the games actually are fairly easy, so I don't think I've ever had a Mega Evolution faint on me before. I actually don't know how that works. But yeah, that is Mega Evolution in a nutshell. Let's see, let's go ahead and switch in Pika, since Pika's a little behind on levels. Even us spinning wouldn't stop that guy from picking on us. Yeah, guys, if he could, he would just walk right up to us. That'd be wild, just stopping yourself mid-spin to go battle. Oh, Pika, I'm sure you could beat a Nidoking. Use Glitzy Glow. Oh, Glitzy Glow didn't even beat it. That's crazy. I just realized, I saw that. I know most of these moves don't really have the whole same type of attack bonus thing. Like if they were actually like Espeon and Umbreon and stuff like that. So I know they wouldn't do as much damage, but I mean, that's crazy. Alright, Dratini grew to level 30. And with that, Dratini's evolving! Could have gotten this like 2 episodes ago, but I didn't want to grind out for the 1%. So here it is! Dragonair! According to a witness, its body was surrounded by a strange aura that gave it a mystical look. The aura. Now, Dragonair does evolve one more time, but I think I will save how I could find that until another part. But for right now, I guess you can just put right back in Venusaur. But the evolution of Dragonair is another reason why I haven't found another Charizard, because they're kind of linked in that way. So I'll be saving both of them for another time now. Did I actually screw myself out of going through here? Oh, I think I kind of did. Oh no. Okay, well, yeah, we could still take that over, as well as that one. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get this one out of the way. I don't even know of one other place that uses these weird spinning tiles, so it might give you a hint as to who runs this place. Let's go ahead and teach this Dugtrio a thing or three with oh no, not Earthquake. Earthquake is a pretty powerful ground type move. Not only is it 100% accurate, but it also has 100 power, so coming from a ground type, it's not an amazing move, but thankfully our water move gave us a lot of HP back, so it's not good. Rhyhorn. Do another bouncy bubble. Bouncy bubble. It's like a water mega drain. Alright, so let's see, we got this item here. It's a revive! Cool, we might need that at some point. Kind of generous that a gym would straight up give us a revive like that. That's why that little one thing kind of makes this place feel more like a dungeon and less a gym. Let's see. A truly strong trainer wins with style. You're challenged by Ace Trainer Kelly. Ace Trainer Kelly sends out a Nido Queen. Slay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and, guess we'll do a Glitzy Glow. Since we're full on health, we don't really need Bouncy Bubble as much. Superpower. Okay, now I'm feeling the bubble move. Batty bad. I think Batty Bad has to be like one of my favorite like dumb names out of the whole move trifecta here. Pika grew to level 57. We lost a grip. I think we have to go all the way back around now. So much spinning, I'm getting dizzy and I'm not even spinning. Okay, so we go up here. Immediately to the left. Then we go down and take the blue. Here we'll find 2 more trainers. You got the tamer, Jason. Give him another bounce bubble. That's it for Tamer Jason. Alright, Black Belt Takashi. Sentai Graveler. And even though I'm full health, Bouncy Bubble is just going to decimate this Graveler. Within 2 shakes of a ram's tail, or something. What? No way! The gym leader happened to be the leader of Team Rocket this whole time? I mean, kind of old news at this point. This highly popular franchise is almost 30, but I'm sure for someone who's somehow been in the dark this entire time, or someone that played this back when it came out, this was a huge surprise. Yeah, I think we're good on our party, though. The only thing I would do is throw in Raichu, but Raichu doesn't really have any moves to counter him. I guess we're good with just leading with Pika, then. Welcome to my hideout. It shall be so until I can restore Team Rocket to its former glory. But you found me again, so be it. This time, I'm not holding back. Once more then, you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. Alright, final gym leader, Giovanni. Just like the guy at the front said, he specializes in ground-type Pokemon, so he sends out a deck trio first. And despite being the final gym leader, we are like 10 levels above it. So that's wild. I did not mean to use Swift, but that's alright. A lot of trainers here are using Earthquake, so that might give you a hint about what move might be the reward at the end of all of this. He's going to use Earthquake one more time. Yeah, Dugtrio, I think, is the fastest ground type in the game, so it's not surprising that the 3 moles over there get to move first. Giovanni sends out Nidoking. And because we didn't really gain a lot of health back, we'll just use Bouncy Bubble, try to get some of it back. There we go. Nidoking used Earthquake. It's just Earthquake with this guy. Go ahead and use Glitzy Glow. Finish off the Nidoking. There he goes. Giovanni, send out Rhydon. Now we know from our very own Rhydon that this guy can be a handful, so we better take him out quick before he takes us out. We also know that he's pretty slow though, so hopefully this will just knock it right out, and it does. Any grass or water moves will just basically knock it right out. Just don't let him hit you and you will be good. Giovanni sends out Nidoqueen as the final Pokemon. Let's go ahead and shake the Joy-Con because Eevee wants to do something. Pika sure hit move. BV Volley. Kind of a little special move. I don't know what the exact stats are, but it does quite a bit of damage. As does the Earthquake, which is, I guess, the only move everyone knows. And it sure would be bad if I send out a Charizard right now. One Glitzy Glow finishes off Nidoqueen. And that is the battle. Sure, it would have been a lot more fair if we were all around level 50 or so, but that's it. It was truly an intense fight. 8,000 $Pokédollars for winning. Yet again, I am defeated. As proof of your victory, here's the Earth Badge. One last tail slap for the road. An Earth Badge makes all Pokemon obey you, regardless of how their level is or who originally caught them. It is proof of your mastery as a Pokemon trainer. With it, you can challenge the Pokemon League. And this TM, a gift for a trainer who dares take on the challenge of the Pokemon League. You got the TM for Earthquake. Big shock. Everyone was literally using Earthquake this entire time. It's a powerful attack that causes a massive tremor to deal damage to opponents. I made it a very long time ago, back when I ran this gym, far too long ago. Can't face my followers after being defeated like this. Team Rocket is, as of today, Team Rocket is finished. As for myself, I shall dedicate my life to Pokemon training again. Let us meet again someday. Farewell. One last little celebration, hurrah. Oh, look at you. Pika's gazing happily at your badge. Nice. Go ahead and give you one little head pat. And yeah, that is all the gyms. Now we are able to take on the Pokemon League. Congrats, kid! Boy, though, what a shock. Never thought a criminal would use a Pokemon gym as their hideout. That's it. I've decided. I'll look after the Viridian City gym from now on. I don't really like to get tied down, so I've always said no whenever they ask about it. But I'm finally ready. I'll be the gym leader from now on. That's great. I want to battle you. Huh? I mean, sure, but I think you got a bigger challenge to face right now. So then, Devin, time for you to take on the Pokemon League. Just keep going along Route 22 to the west of here, and you won't miss it. The Elite Four are tough opponents, but don't you dare lose. Alright, sir. First challenger I'll have here, I'm sure it's gonna be Kong. I'm gonna show that little upstart how it's done. Yeah, that Kong always kind of gets right to the gym challenges before we do, pretty much every time. Kind of wonder if that's gonna be how it is right up to the very end over here of the adventure. But yeah, if we go this way. Back to where our catching adventure kind of started. Devin! Oh, I guess this time we were ahead. I finally caught up to you. I got an Earth Badge too. That means we can finally get into the Pokemon League. I heard the Elite Four are incredibly strong, but there's no turning back now, right? You think you're ready, Devin? Show me the Pokemon you've raised. You know, I didn't think to read the gym statues, but I actually don't know if Kong beat Giovanni or if he just beat Blue. Alright, Kong sent out Pidgeot. Go on, Pika, show him all your stuff. Let's see, I anticipate there being a lot of physical moves, so I'm going to send out Batty Bad. Set up a Reflect. He just made our moves less accurate. Well, I'll show you what's accurate. Take this Swift over here. Go ahead and hit Swift. This guy's just gonna keep roosting, huh? Well, there is a downside to using Roost. Let's go ahead and send out Bulldozer. Even though he does have a Rock-type move that can handle Pidgeot pretty effectively, I kinda do want to show off one major drawback to the move Roost. So if one uses a move Roost, they become susceptible to Earthquake, kind of losing their flying typing. Wait, what? Okay, maybe I was wrong. I could have sworn that's how Roost worked, but... Alright, well, we'll just give it some rocks then. Maybe it's that turn that it uses Roost that it would lose its flying ability for a minute? I don't know. Sent out Vileplume. Okay, it's not a great matchup here. I'm a little afraid that Bulldozer might not make it, so let's go ahead and send out Raichu to counter it. Vileplume uses Petal Dance, which is kind of like Thrash. So we'll want to take it out real quick. Psychic doesn't quite knock it out. Oh, that means Raichu's probably going to faint. You love me, and so you take the hit. Aww. You Psychic. It's kind of wild because of how much I bench this Pokemon because he levels up way too fast. But alright, cool. Last Pokemon, Marowak. Wait, last Pokemon. Oh, there's 2 more. Yeah, we definitely ain't making it out of this one, so let's go ahead and send out a different Pokemon. Yeah, let's go with Tank. Boomerang misses, which is nice. Yeah, I got the Ice Beam TM a bit back, so let's go ahead and use it. And there goes that guy. I love it when any Pokemon just gives me like the slow side eye. It's just too funny to me. Alright, so Kong now sends out Raichu. We're gonna try to burn it. Oh, but Raichu's faster and use Thunder, which missed! Take a face of hot water. And while you're at it, take a headbutt. Raichu's still gonna be faster though, so I might have to prepare for the worst. Like a tank, he just shrugged it off. And there goes Raichu, taken down. Raised my Pokemon up this much and I can't beat you, huh? Gosh, I'm only at the 2-hour mark. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep going until right before the league, I guess. I've always felt like I needed to look after you ever since we were young. But I think you're the one who has more talent as a trainer. And it's frustrating. I've never felt this way before. Is this what makes it fun to raise Pokemon? Whatever it is, I know I don't want to lose again. It's weird to even ask, but let me go on ahead first. Alright, that was one of our last rival fights. Eevee looks more determined than ever. Now we can move on past these Pokemon here. I think, are we good on health? Because I know Raichu's nearly out. I think there might be somebody on the way, so I guess we'll keep going. Only truly skilled trainers can pass through here. Oh, that is a boulder badge. You go right on ahead. Now you can come through here at any point in between like gym badges. So like if you got the boulder badge, you can go into here and explore this one little spot. And this person will check for the Cascade badge. So after gym 2, you can explore this amount of land. You can only pass through here if you have a Thunder badge. And even though you can do some gyms out of order, if you do not have the Thunder badge, you can't get past this guy. So it doesn't matter if you skipped every trainer except Lieutenant Surge. This guy won't let you get by it. Oh, by the way, it looks like you got Lieutenant Surge's autograph. Must be nice. Do you want it? Oh, he just says the exact same thing. Alright, so with Lieutenant Surge, you get to... With the Thunder badge, you can explore a little bit more. You can get the golden and knot berries. It can be pretty good early on. But that's kind of all you can get right up until you do the 4th gym. You get the Rainbow badge. And after getting the Rainbow badge and teaching Eevee the Sea Skim technique, there'll be a few Pokemon here, but more importantly, there's this item here. Golden Pineapple. Pretty good one for items. And there is some Pokemon you can catch here. I don't think I want to catch a Magikarp, but it is pretty high level. Pass here only if you have the Soul Badge. Oh, that's the Soul Badge. Alright, so even before you can get the Soul Badge, you can get some Pokemon here. I don't know if these are particularly new, because we could have gone back amongst a whole bunch of water routes and catch Poliwag at any point. But I figure since this is on the way, we'll just catch them here. Plus, they're very high level, so. I'll just get them here. And like that, we got a new Pokemon, Poliwag. Tank is already the highest level out of our entire team. That's crazy. We might be level 60 before we even get to the league. The direction of the spiral in the belly differs by area. It is more adept at swimming than walking. Probably, yeah, I can see it, I guess. It walks like a squirt toy. Alright, if we keep going. After getting the soul badge, we're able to get this item right here. Golden raspberries. So yeah, you can get a bunch of golden berries here if you just come back between each badges. None of them are terribly helpful. I mean, there are a little bit, I guess, for like some legendaries, but that's all we can get right up until here, where you would need the Marsh badge. This would be after beating Sabrina for the first time. And you get to explore this little bit, which is just more water. And then also a little bit up ahead is some grass. I am looking forward to getting some Pokemon from there, but I am going to be looking for one more different type of species down here, if it is gracious enough to pop up. Let's see. Where is this guy? Or should I just catch a lot of Poliwag? Let's see, it's supposed to be a 10% chance on routes 22, 23, and 25, which I think is where we are. Not planning on flying out of here, I just want to look at the map through the fly screen. Yes, we are on Route 23, so it should be popping up here, I think. Yeah, 10% chance. Shouldn't be too long of a wait, it's just a 1 in 10 chance. But it is the evolution of Poliwag, and because these guys are already at a pretty high enough level, if you're impatient, like I'm kind of getting right now, you can just catch these guys and level them all up once. But I'd like to try to find the evolution if possible. Because this definitely would be the case where I would get impatient, catch these two, level them all up once, and then immediately after find it in the wild. Come on, 10% chance. This would be right here. No, I didn't want to bump into you. Yeah, both Poliwag and Magikarp have a 45% chance of showing up, which just leaves the remaining 10 being this evolution. And just doesn't seem to be popping up at all. I have to wait for them to grow arms first? Like what? Another Poliwag. No, Magikarp, why do you have to get right under my foot? These things just want to be stepped on. Magikarp. I think I just heard it somewhere down here. Yes, there it is. The girl with the gloves, Poliwhirl. Now my goal here is to catch 2 of them, because this does evolve one more time, but the evolution does not appear in the wild. So even though it took some time to find this one, I would like to get 1 more if possible. But if I can't, then I need to catch a Poliwag, that's fine, because at least we got 1 of them. Alright, Poliwhirl under attack. It uses its belly spiral to put foes to sleep. Then it makes its escape. Yeah, one of the fun fact about the spirals is the spirals between Poliwag and Poliwhirl are actually inverted from each other. So in Poliwag it's one way, in Poliwhirl it's another way, and then the next one, it kind of goes back to how it was as a Poliwag, which I will show here in a minute. Wiggle, 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 catch. Awesome. That is just great. Great, great, great. Gosh, with how much progress I'm doing in this stream, I think my final part count might end up being like 7.5 with that bonus video counted. I didn't think I'd be getting through all the Pikachu exclusives that fast, and then the gym leader didn't take like any time at all to beat. Alright, so now we got 2 Poliwhirls. Let's see, which one would be better to evolve? Not that one. Cool. Let's go ahead and throw that one in the party. Let's take over for Tank. It's not going to stay in the party for very long because it evolves through a Water Stone. What? Poliwhirl is evolving? Bum, 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 bum. And just like that, Poliwhirl is now a Poliwrath. It clenches its fist. Grows fingers. Swims powerfully using all of the muscles in its body. It can even overtake world-class swimmers. That's wild. Wants to learn the move Submission. Yeah, you can just not learn anything and be put right back in the box, thank you. Put Tank back in the party. There we go. Alright, then we got some wild Pokemon to find over here. Here's one of them, being Execute. I guess there's another Ditto conundrum, is would the main center egg be the Ditto face, or would all of them be the Ditto face? Anyway, let's just go ahead and use Ultra Balls. Kind of at the end of the game, everything's kind of getting harder to catch. Unless I really want to have a Pokemon look exactly with exactly a specific way, I'll just use Ultras. Come on, get in the ball. Excellent. If you want a good challenge, try catching this guy with an excellent curveball throw in Pokemon Go. That is I've only did it I think like twice, but its catch circle was so small on top of the shrinking ring. And then to do it with that curveball, oh man, it just takes some kind of skill. Alright, so this is Execute. The heads attract each other and spin around. There must be 6 heads for it to maintain balance. Alright, so that's one of them. We will need one more for its evolution. And then one more after that, so we can trade away its evolution for an Alolan form for it. Oh, it was about to jump right there. Oh, and I denied it. That's awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and catch one more Execute. Mustang gotta level up. And we're already lucky enough to find another egg. This is a Pokemon that normally would have been found in the Safari Zone area if this game had one. So, fortunately, it got pushed over into, like, right before the end of the game, but still better than what Lickitung got. Or Lickitung, you can't even put it on your team until after you beat the game. Like, the only way you could viably use Lickitung on your team is if you import it from Go. And that's, I don't know, I kind of feel sad about that. It's kind of like when you're playing like a Johto game and half the options that you want to use are like Kanto only. Yes, we want to go party, Pokemon box. And we'll want to look at the execute. I like the little sprites on them. Something about it. Let's see, good, good, and okay. And the okay one is the only one with the best stat. Okay, well... Now these guys are just kind of crying. I guess we'll evolve an okay one, since that's going to be traded away anyway, and then we'll evolve... I guess the level 46 one. Oh, what am I doing? I still have to put them in my party. Now, do I actually have enough leaf stones, or do I have to go back for them? I don't have enough leaf stones. I actually only got one. Uh-oh. Okay, well... Guess we'll just give it to this level 42 one. It's like at some point I need to go back to the mall and pick up a stone. He developed into Executor. Pretty solid grass psychic type option. Its cries are very noisy. This is because each of the three heads thinks about whatever it likes. It only has 3 heads, so the rest of it got turned into the tree part, I guess. Let's see, it wants to learn the move Stomp, which is kind of like what one of the moves it's very much known for, I suppose. Even though, like, Krabby can learn it. Yeah, we'll just skip on learning it, I guess. Alright, but I guess we can't evolve the other Execute, so I guess we'll put it back in the box until we can. Cool, if we could just find a leaf stone right here, that'd be amazing. Alright, but yeah, if you wanted to catch like a late level Nidorino, this would be a good option. Because these guys are like, what, level 45, 46, 41? I mean, that's still a pretty decent level. Just get a couple levels and you'll be ready for the Pokemon League with it immediately. There's a Fearow. Alright, after this point, you will need the Volcano Badge. Oh, little Nidorino over there. Again, pretty late level. So if you want to use it on your team and you don't mind waiting until the near end of the game, this is actually a pretty decent spot. Let's see, we got more golden berries. Awesome, awesome. And this is the final badge check, which you would need the Earth badge to get. So after all of that, you'll finally gain the privilege to go through Victory Road. Which is, I think, the last place before we beat the game for me to catch Pokemon in. Let's see if I scroll up. Yep, there'll be about 5 Pokemon I want to find right here. One of them is technically already in the Pokédex, but I would like to have it as part of my Living Dex party. Let's see if we push that, it will click that wall into syncing. Let's see, we can't do anything about that rock, but if we go back around, we will be able to. Alright, so here's 2 Pokemon immediately that I want to get. I want to get another Rhydon because I have one in the party and not one in the box. So I'm gonna get this one and keep it in the box. Should it want to stay, at least? Thing is so heavy. How does it comfortably jump? Alright, Rhydon's caught, now it's in the box. Sweet! No Pokédex entry for it, because I already read it. Now we got the evolution of Machop, called Machoke. This is the only place in the wild you can find one, but if you wanted one earlier, you can catch Machop from Rock Tunnel. And evolve it through level up over there. We'll want to get 2 of these. Because annoyingly, just like Abra, Magmar, and Geodude before it, the last evolution is a trade required one. So that's fun. I'll be doing that in the next stream, not this stream though, because I'm a little underprepared for it. But yeah, I'll be trading with my other Switch so that those evolutions can take place. Because if I were to trust Twitch viewers with tradesy backsies, quite frankly, I don't, so. The belt around its waist holds back its energy. Without it, this Pokemon would be unstoppable. So do all Machoke have the P on its belt? What does the P stand for? Like, is it just wearing a belt as an accessory, or is it something that they could take off? I don't know. There's another Graveler if you wanted one. If I haven't mentioned it already, I would again recommend beating these guys whenever you see them. They're technically optional, so I'm just going to skip them, but more often than not, they have incredible rewards. One of them gave me the Thunder Punch TM. That was in that one fighting dojo next to Sabrina's gym. And that is a much better move for Rhydon than Thunderbolt is, so that's why I gave it that. Alright, so up there, we were able to get the one item. We kind of had to choose between one or the other. But if we just leave and come back, that'll reset that particular puzzle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we can just come back and grab the... other one. Just need to get Eevee to activate its little push aura. Little orange fart. Now we can grab this, which is a Leaf Stone! Oh, thank goodness, I don't have to go back to the store. Alright, cool, let's get that egg back in the party real quick. This one was the one, right? I think. I mean, it really doesn't matter between these two. Yeah, I guess it'll be this one. Alright, one more Exeggutor for the road. Now, we haven't run into a Pokemon Center that has a Alolan Exeggutor trait for it. That's because, technically, there is no Pokemon Center that has Exeggutor for a trade. The building that we will be trading it for will be in the upcoming one, which kind of acts like a Pokemon Center. You also want to learn Stop, and I will stomp you out of that habit. Go ahead and put Eevee back in the party. Alright, that was pretty lucky that I found that. I didn't even know that was over there. I'm kind of used to Fire Red and Leaf Green's item placement, where that was Dragon Claw instead. I wonder if you were good enough for me. I don't want to answer that question. Naomi. Sending out Kangaskhan. You know, weird stuff. go ahead and give it Swift. I think it's gonna send a double kick. No, Outrage. Okay. I mean, it's gonna be stuck with Outrage until it goes to Confusion mode. I don't remember how many mandatory trainers are in here, so I don't anticipate there'll be a lot. But yeah, take out this Kangaskhan. Bulldozer grew to 59, and then Raichu to 58. Raichu should be catching up in no time, I would imagine. Oh, and then we got Venusaur. This would be the good time for Glitzy Glow. Ooh, and this time we use Solar Beam, which actually kind of buys us a turn. So if we don't roll low, this should knock it out. And it does, awesome. Alright, we beat Naomi. Now this trainer looks avoidable. I don't even want to chance it, because even though it shouldn't see me down here, I don't really want to chance it. Now, is there anywhere we need to push that? Okay, that's just an easy way to get back to the entrance. While you return. Traveler is literally being the boulder that's in the way. Go, 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 go. You go, Ultra Balls, Epic. There we go, sweet. Eevee seems a little nervous here. Tension in the air. Come on, Eevee. You're like a super monster at this point. You should be okay. Alright, found another Machoke here. Let's go ahead and catch it. That way we can evolve it later. Wiggle, 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 catch. Amazing. We got a catch combo of 2. That means a special Pokemon will be a little bit more likely to spawn now. Go ahead and kick this thing over to the switch here. See what it does. What if it locks us in? That'd be horrible. There's another little Machop if anyone wanted that guy. I think we have to fight you. Oh wow, I didn't know it did that. So if there's a Pokemon in between the trainer that spots you and you, it just stops at where the Pokemon is. That's funny. I didn't know it did that. Nelson! Sends out Hypno. And we still got little Pika on our shoulder. Let's see, let's go ahead and use Batty Bad. Oh, and it landed a critical hit because it really wants to be our friend. Wow, you are very friendly, Pika. Holy crap. Not only did you land a crit, you avoided a hit, all because of the high infection. Oh wow, that's crazy. Alright, with Slowbro, let's just do another Batty Bad. It is part Psychic. Oh no, our special defense lowered. Doesn't matter because we can knock it out again with Batty Bed. Batty Bed. Can't get over that name. Batty Bed. Alright, that's it for Juggler Nelson. Looks like we got a missable, or not a missable, a avoidable, rather, karate trainer there. Let's see, we've got another wall here blocking the way, and I'm pretty sure that's a required trainer as well. Let's see, if we go over here, we'll get the item. Solar Beam? Saw Venusaur try to use that. Basically, it's like a 2-turn super powerful grass move, kind of akin to Hydro Pump and Fire Blast, except the only difference is I think it's... No, we just got the TM. I'm going to look it up real quick. I think it's 100% accurate. Yeah, it's 100% accurate. It's very powerful, but it does take 2 entire turns to go, and you are completely vulnerable for the first turn. So, unlike Dig, which is immune to most moves in the first turn, and same with Fly, Solar Beam, you are just kind of, you know, standing there waiting for your sun to come up. And not sun as in the boy, but the, like, light sun, the star. That trainer is basically avoidable, so I'll come back to that item off stream. I'm not really too terribly bothered by missing items off stream. There's another Onyx if you wanted a high-level Onyx. I would just encourage anyone playing along to explore the heck out of the place, instead of waiting for me to find all the good stuff. Now, I'll find all the good stuff if I don't have to fight anybody that's avoidable. But in a lot of cases, there is. A police officer here. He heals our Pokemon, awesome, because our Raichu really needed it. Run away from Golbat. I may have to catch combo these... Ooh, Blizzard, that's a pretty good ice move. May have to catch combo these Machoke here, because I'm not sure how quickly the special Pokemon's going to spawn. I don't think I'm even on the right floor for the one I need anyway. Let's get you to move out of my way. Smack, smack, smack. Alright, if we take this down and throw it on the switch here, that'll unlock a wall. But I don't want to get to that right away. I want to come down here and see what's up. This will unlock a shortcut back to this area over here. I don't really know why. I don't really see it as a necessary shortcut. We got PP Max. And right there will be something a little special. I'm kind of hoping to find the other rare spawn before I get there first. Let me just see where that Pokemon exactly is supposed to be. Victory Road. Not looking for Chansey. That is one of the floors. Oh yeah, so on this floor there will be a special spawn. Guess I'll just catch combo the heck out of my Machoke since a lot of them are showing up right now. Like I said, after a catch combo of 11, it's like a 50% showing up. Before that, I think it kind of increases after 2, and then after 6? But it's like a very rare chance right up until the 11th combo. So let's just keep I just keep catching my choke here. Get that special spawn. And that way we'll get a nice pool of Machuk to pick from so that we can evolve that into Hitmonchan instead. Instead of the first ones we see. Catch combo 4. If I were to go up and catch that, you know, cool looking Pokemon, like, before I find this rare spawn, like, that'll just break the catch combo, and that rare spawn's gonna be even harder to find, so I'll just go on with the catch combo of 2 that I had before, and I'll just build on it. I mean, I'm still below my average runtime here, so I don't mind finding this Pokemon before we go. Chop. Yeah, this would be the exact floor that I'm looking for on this rare spawn. Because on the entrance floor, you'd be finding a Chansey as its rare spawn. On this rare floor, you get the one that I'm looking for. And then on the floor that we just came from, there's another one. Completely separate, but I'll reveal what that is once the rare spawn for this floor comes up. Because it'll kind of make it a dead giveaway. Come on, any minute now. What if I throw a lure down? There you are, immediately on lure. We got the Pokemon Hitmonlee. So we chose Hitmonchan before, so we couldn't get Hitmonlee after that, but now we can. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a Raspberry at it. Try to make it a little easier to catch. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, just gonna wiggle pop. Wiggle, 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 nope. This guy is jumpy as heck. Dun, 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 dun. I think I'm gonna throw another berry at it, this time a Silver Raz. Man, I did not aim that way. Now, okay, I did aim that way, but now I threw too far? There we go. Wiggle, 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 pop. Alright, come on now. If it runs, I will have to run away first so that it doesn't break the combo we got going on. Alright, cool. I don't have to worry about that. Phew! Alright, yeah, that was the 4th Pokemon I wanted to catch here, was Hitmonlee. So now there's only one left to get, and that is the guy I've been teasing about for a while. When kicking, the sole of its foot turns as hard as a diamond on impact and destroys its enemy. Wicked. Yeah, with this floor we caught Hitmonlee. So if we were to do the same thing, except for the floor that we just came from, that would be a Hitmonchan instead. So whether you pick one or the other in the fighting dojo, you can find the other one over here. technically at a higher level. So if you want one for your main playthrough team, you'd have to pick that one at the dojo. And then if you don't mind whichever one, but you just want it at a high level, find one right here. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and save the progress. And make the thumbnail for this video. Here we have Moltres. If you couldn't tell, it's got the same typing as Charizard, being Fire Flying. Now you have 5 minutes to beat it. Let's go ahead and give it a bouncy bubble. Attacked us with a Heat Wave, which did a lot of damage. But we almost knocked out Moltres. Okay, if this were the main series game, where we didn't have to knock it out before catching it, here would be where I'd chuck a bunch of balls at it. Because normally, if you have your opponent Pokemon at low health, the chance of capture is going to be really high. Unfortunately, that's not how this game works, so I guess I'll just taunt it by giving it a Swift. We'll live the Heat Wave. Just tap it with a Swift. Alright, now we got Moltres. I do want to catch this in the Pokeball because we used Ultra for Zapdos, great for Articuno, and now Pokeball for Moltres, just to kind of make it color-coded. But it is a pain in the ass to catch solo, so I'm going to bring over the support trainer. Yes, this will use twice as many balls, but I think it'll be worth it for the easier capture here. If I could just aim good and time good. I don't even think that was a nice throw. I'm surprised it even wiggled twice, to be fair. That's another thing, is that if you use 2 Pokeballs and you miss, that's also 2 Pokeballs that you would lose straight up. How did that not work? Yeah, with these birds, using the Nanats might be the best course of action. Unless we can time it really well. Nah. I think that was good timing, we just didn't quite aim right. That one was bad timing. I'm trying to aim it with like Pokemon Go timing, where if they just do the animation and you really time the throw, you have a pretty good chance of hitting the right where the mark where you want it to. Unfortunately, it's not quite agreeing with us here. So let's try to razz it up, I guess. Now, I think it only does the animation when it's in the middle, so I think that is actually the best time to strike it. That might have been the case with the other birds, I don't remember, but that seems to be the case here. It didn't even wiggle that time. This thing is not playing around. Man, my timing is just not good with this Pokemon, I guess. Let's see, if I wait for it to attack... starts flapping again. I think that might be the good time to hit it. I'm not sure if it's catching the inner circle. Okay, I have no idea how it didn't even connect that time, actually. Wiggle, wiggle, pop. Oh, it did one more wiggle than I thought it would. Okay, I'm gonna throw some nabs in its face. There you go. Calm it down a bit. So I thought. I think if I do the excellent. I am not really doing too well in this fight, and you know, using Pokeballs is not helping, but like I genuinely think my skill in this one is just bad. If I use a Silver Nanab instead. Like I barely can't hit the excellent for some reason. I'm not quite sure what's going wrong there. But we caught it. We did pretty good there. Mustanger to level 60. Alright, Moltres data will now be added to the Pokedex. Legendary bird Pokemon. As it flaps its flaming wings, even the night sky will turn red. That's kind of a spooky thought. And the trainer's like, hello there! So let's go ahead and get rid of them, see what Eevee wants to say. Pika staring at the Pokeball you just used with ease. Alright, cool. That is every Pokemon I wanted to catch in Victory Road, and I think we are actually almost done with the Pokédex here. Yeah, we only got 5 left. We got Pidgeotto. We got Alakazam, which is a trade only. This Pokemon, which is a trade only. Golem, which is a trade only. This Pokemon, which is a trade only. This guy, who's post-game only. And then these two, one of which is post-game only, and then this one is post-game accessible. So, yeah, pretty much all that's left to do now is beat the game. Heck, I even have enough time to actually, just take on the optional trainers over here. But, I don't think I'll do that, because I'm not really worried about padding time that badly. Quite frankly, I've already padded enough from what I originally wanted this stream to be. Originally, I just wanted to just be the Let's Go Pikachu exclusives. But we got done with that in like 30 minutes, so... yeah. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I think prepping for Scyther was probably the most time-saving thing of all, because I would have cut that out in the video like I did for Pinsir, but I think it just saved me a lot of time and energy. Let's give it Swift. You know, maybe I should put on the Fairy move for Eevee here. That probably would help a lot with dragons. Like maybe I'll use the ending time of the stream to prep a little bit in terms of like movesets and everything. Let's see with Wigglytuff. Just go on with more Swift, I guess, until we're lower on health. Dazzling Gleam! I'm kind of surprised that none of my Pokemon learned Dazzling Gleam. Except, I guess, technically Eevee's version of it, but... aside from that, I'm still kind of shocked that nobody can learn Dazzling Gleam, especially from, like, Raichu. I'm really shocked that one can't learn Dazzling Gleam. Alright, Hitmonchan we have an answer for. Let's go ahead and give it a Glitzy Glow. Do it again. Do it again. That takes care of that. There goes Alexa. No, not that Alexa. Let's see, what do we got here? We got a max potion. Get through the wall that we lowered down. Now I don't... No, I think one of these trainers is optional, the other one's required. Let's see, I think that one's probably the least likely to be caught. I don't know, they're kind of equal distance. Might be completely futile. What if I try to sneak in between them? No? Alright. There's clearly enough room where I could have. Gonna throw a bulldozer since he's a bit more on the healthier side. I don't want to fight you, Golbat! Get out of here. I'm gonna try to sneak around this guy. Ah, he caught me anyway. Now he has to walk slowly to me. Alright, so one of those two is required. Not really both of them, but one of them for sure. Let's go and throw an earthquake in his face. Now I didn't teach it earthquake. It kind of learned it, I want to say, at around level 50. Which is great, because I was kind of getting tired of the inaccurate drill run, just kind of missing half the time. You know, its accuracy 800, so therefore it's 50, or something like that. Here's Kingler, which, if we're faster than it, we do have an answer for. Nice. Give it a Thunder Punch. Didn't quite knock it off, but we did paralyze it, and it's low on health. Oh, but it got off a grab hammer anyway. Yeah, and the crit didn't help. Yeah, poor Bulldozer. You know, if it lands a move, it's powerful as heck, but is also weak as heck to a lot of common types, so... Unfortunately, it's probably the Pokemon I've had to use Revive on the most. Just because it's already just naturally always behind on levels, and it fainting all the time isn't helping. Let's go ahead and finish off Kingler with the Thunderbolt. Right on. Okay, you answered your own with... See, this is where, if this Pikachu could learn Surf, I would totally use it. But it don't, so I'm gonna switch to somebody who can answer this Pokemon better. Did about half health, which ain't really great. Guess we can also Mega Evolve, but I think if I can hit it with Razor Leaf, it'll go right down. Yeah. Oh, and now we have Pidgeot. I don't know if we're faster than it. Let's try to Sludge Bomb it. It did a lot of damage, but so will this. Not as much as I thought, though. Okay, let's just Sludge Bomb it again. Awesome. Bulldozer grew to level 60. Awesome. So we can safely ignore that trainer. That's like, what, I think 3 that we've ignored so far. We can push this over for a shortcut, but it won't stay since there's nothing for it to stay in. This guy, on the other hand, go and follow that down. You can push this guy all the way over to here and some more over there, past that giant sentient. Did it just disappear because I pushed a boulder in his face? Boulder. That is now gone. There we go. Took down that wall. We will very, very likely have to fight that trainer. Let's see. Who's in the lead right now? Bulldozer. Let's show Raichu a little more love. I'm just gonna straight up talk to him because I know I can't avoid him. Sin. Sent out like a tongue. Wish I could catch that Lickitung, but for right now, I think I'm just gonna do a Calm Mind real quick. Works very well because this is a very special Pokemon in terms of attack and defense. Use Power Whip. Which doesn't do too much damage. Let's go ahead and give him Thunderbolt. Knock out that Lickitung in one go. Alright, she's at level 60! Alright, sent out Onyx, which is not a very good pair, but I think we can knock it out with Psychic since we got a boost. And it's not very special defensive. Perfect. Right, you stared at that pile of rocks and said, bet. Alright, Blastoise, we're gonna give him the Thunderbolt. And that should probably do it. Yeah. Critical hit too with that. Oh, unbelievable! I still don't get what the face is about. Oh, I didn't mean to go right back down. What I meant to do was look around down here for a little bit, because, yep, there is an item. Full Restore. Basically, a full heal plus max potion all in one. Best healing item in the game, not even close. Gonna ignore that item. Alright, this is it. This is the final stretch of the game. I don't think I'm gonna end the stream after the league here. I think I'm just going to end it here and then start the next one with the league. And I like start a stream with the end of the game kind of thing. Because there is still plenty to do after. This would be a decent thumbnail. Maybe not with the J.K. Conroy format, but ready for anything? Let's go for it now. Anything over here? No, not yet. Alright. Anything over here? No, not at all. Alright. Alright, this is the final checkup. Typically what I do before any of the league battles is that I would make sure I would have enough revives for one of everybody after each fight. In total, there'll be 5 fights, with the 5th one being the end all. So I would like to have enough healing items for 4 battles, like 6 Pokemon for 4, which would make it 24. Let's see, in bag I have 2, so I would do 22. Which is quite a bit of money, but I do have quite a bit of things to sell if I need money. And then let's see. How much is a full heal? 400. You know, full heal plus a max potion is actually $100 Pokédollars cheaper than full restore. So I guess I'll take that route. Let's see. 24 minus 7 would be 17. And then with max potion, 24 minus 5 would be 19. Alright, this will basically enable us to effectively be our own Pokemon centers before every fight, with the exception of PowerPoint restoration, which ethers and elixirs aren't sold anywhere, so health-wise, we'll be fully healed up before any battle. But yeah, PowerPoint-wise, we'll have to be a little careful on. Some nice portraits of some flowers and greenery. And this guy is what we were looking for the Exeggutor. So let's go ahead and look at the 2 Exeggutor that we got. And this will be the one we want to trade, even though its attack is best, but that's okay. Go ahead and start the trade. Examan? Is his name really Examan? Like man.exe, like megaman.exe? Remakes confirmed? No. Even has an extra N at the end of his name. Nah, but the... So this is Exeggutor's Alolan form. As you can see, it has a stick for a head and nothing else beyond that. Nah, they just get insanely tall. So let's go ahead and read that extra Pokédex entry. Alright, Exeggutor. Check data. The strong sunlight of the Alola region has awakened the power hidden within Execute. This is the result. So basically, in the Alolan region, just like with Cubone, if we evolved the Execute in Alola with the Leaf Stone, you would get this thing instead. We can rotate, and there's its head. It's just absurdly tall. We can't check underneath it, but yeah, there's the head with a part of it. I kind of like the tail too. See, that's the ditto eyes that it has going on. I don't know, it's pretty funny. Also, I kind of like to mention, now that I got a good look at it, if we check the data on anything, which I guess we can fix Exeggutor real quick since it's on the Alolan farm right now. If you see the buttons on the download there, with the rotate button, that kind of looks more like a 3DS circle pad than it does like a Joy-Con stick, so it's kind of interesting. I know this is like made in the Sun and Moon engine, which is why a lot of things kind of look similar, but that is kind of a neat little detail. What do you have to say? If you go on ahead, you'll face the Elite Four one by one. If you win, a door opens to the next trainer. Good luck. Can't even beat the first member of the Elite Four. This is the Pokemon League of most skilled trainers. Right, so yeah, if we do lose to any of the Elite Four members, we would have to start all the way over again. So for those that like get to the 4th trainer and then lose, you will have to start over back with the first one. Everyone calls me Madam Memorial. I know every move that a Pokemon learns as it grows, you see? It can also help your Pokemon remember. Oh, this is the heart scale lady. Okay, so if you need a Pokemon to remember a move that it used to know, you can have it learn it with a hard skill. So let's see, what can we have this Raichu learn? Nothing helpful. Brilliant. I think that's kind of all we can learn, but let's go ahead and heal up one more time. I really do love the pixel art in this game. It's kind of a shame that it doesn't have more focus, but I mean, I'm glad that it gets the focus that it does have. One thing I want to go over real quickly, just because I want to, not because it's really necessary. If we were to go over to Saffron, so even though I covered the left half of the city, I kind of missed out on covering the right half of the city, and so I missed out on actually going to one particular building. This place right here, the Trainer Fan Club. Let's see, what would happen if we walked into it now that we have all 8 badges and stuff? Nothing really particularly bedazzling happens. Really admire Bruno the Elite Four. He's a fighting type expert and super buff too. Lorelei the Elite Four is just so cool. She could freeze me solid with her icy gaze. Yeah, we've actually met Lorelei before. Before we went to Rock Tunnel, she helped us take care of those grunts over there. I'm a huge fan of Lieutenant Surge, the Vermilion City Gym Leader. What? You have his autograph? Wow, I'm super jealous. Nobody knows who the gym leader of Radiant City Gym is. It's like a mystery. I'm so curious. I mean, now we know. It either is Giovanni, who used to be the leader, or Blue, who is now the leader. But yeah, there is 2 hints about the Elite Four. One is Lorelei, who uses Ice-type Pokemon, and one is Bruno, who uses Fighting-type Pokemon. I'll go ahead and preface and say that one of them specializes in poison? I mean, basically all of her Pokemon are poison. It's supposed to be Ghost, but, like, they're all poison. And then the other one is supposed to be, like, the Dragon-type specialist. So I'll go ahead and have Eevee learn the moves that might best fit the league. The last of the Elite Four. Go ahead and talk to this guy right here. Alright, so Sparkly Swirl would be the Fairy type one, which would be very effective against the Dragon type trainer. Let's go ahead and replace Bouncy Bubble. Even though healing is great, like I said, we have pretty much a Pokemon Center with us, so it's not necessary. Let's see, what else can we learn? That'd be Water, Electric, Fire, Grass, and Ice. Ice is another good one. We have Psychic for... we have Psychic for the effectively Poison type and the Fighting type. But I think now that I'm actually looking at it, we'll do Freezy Frost instead of Sparkly Swirl. Sparkly Swirl, as a side effect, also basically is a free heal to the party. These moves are so broken. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I think Buzzy Buzz guaranteed paralysis, Lazy Slide guaranteed burn, Sappy Seed, I think. I actually don't know what that did. Seed drains the targets at every turn. Okay, so it lays down a free Leech Seed. Freezy Frost eliminates every stat change among all the Pokemon engaged in battle. Okay, so that could be a double-edged sword. So if an opponent uses something like Agility, that would cancel out their speed. But also, if we use something like Calm Mind, that could also get rid of all of our speed. Which, I mean, Eevee doesn't really have any stat-boosting stuff other than stuff like the Reflect and Light Screen that we got here. You know, I think we'll replace Batty Bad with Sappy Seed, because even though Lorelei is an Ice type Elite Four member, she has just as much Grass type, and we've already kind of used the Electric one a little bit, so let's go ahead and throw on the Grass one. I think with that, we're pretty good on moves. I mean to close out. Let's sort that by number. See what else Raichu could learn. You can learn Payday, which is not very great. See, like, I really wish... You're literally on a surfboard, how can you not surf? How come the bulldozer can surf, but not the surfing Raichu? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. You can learn Thunder, which is less accurate. You already know Psychic, you can't learn Earthquake. Yeah, Raichu is a bit more limiting in this regard. Like, I don't know why it can't learn Dazzling Gleam. That one seems also like a missed opportunity. You could learn Thunder Punch, which is a shame because it's just a physical type. I'm thinking maybe Toxic. What was the last move again? Was it Double Team? That's also a good one to hold on to. I guess Raichu's probably good enough. As far as moves, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, Slash and Fly. That's pretty decent. Wish I could find a special version of Fly though. Blastoise knows Bite, Headbutt, Scald, and Ice Beam. That's pretty decent. Already got Eevee pretty good. Rhydon is very diverse, but also very attack heavy. And Venusaur is not as diverse, but also very attack heavy. And I think we're good to take on the league next time. Go ahead and close off the video at the Elite Four gate. Alright, I think that will about do it for this part. I kind of thought we would be like an 8-part journey here, but it looks like we might finish it all off in 7. Because here we are on the 6th part, ending it off at the league door. So yeah, that was a pretty good stream. We caught a bunch of Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu that were exclusive. And then we went and caught even more Pokemon that we needed in this game. We took down Giovanni at his home turf gym. Went through Victory Road, caught a bunch more Pokemon there, including the legendary Moltres. And now we are here at the finale door. So that'll do it for today. Next time on Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, we're going to take on the Elite Four and see what lies beyond that. That'll do it for today. For anyone watching, thank you so much for watching. And please have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.